How come men say they want a woman with their together, but then when they get that, they get intimidated and leave for a lesser value woman?
Have you ever met a rich, lame?
Yes.
Many of them.
Several.
Right. So having money doesn't disqualify a man from being lame, right?
Right.
No.
Okay, right. Having success doesn't disqualify a woman from being a terrible partner.
That's also true.
A non-listener, someone that makes it hard that doesn't know how to be present in a relationship. When you say lesser, right, you may be, to your point, describing somebody that doesn't make as much money as you. But maybe in that relationship, he feels heard, seen, valued. And what I'm saying is, with you, you have to ask yourself, if you are choosing men that you look up to, men that you feel like in their own right are pillars of the community, that have a great voice and discernment. And if you keep finding that these men are saying to you, hey, there's some things that maybe you can correct over here, and you keep excusing that, then now you're not making those improvements. Now, I'm not saying that that's you, but there's many women in here that are scapegoating the fact that they keep running away from men to your success, when it really might be your character. And maybe that's where you need to look.
Now, guys, hey, we got another follow-up clip here that's a doozy, that's also a response. But shout out to Ace Metaphor in tonight's conversation. That is a great question, and he's absolutely right. Just because you have a career doesn't make you a good person. Just because you got a fat ass doesn't make you a good person. Just because you're pretty, it doesn't make you a good person. And I've been saying this for a long time, guys, a long time. But people tend to think just because women have these things, and we're talking about women, they make good mates, they make good choices, they're good people. And that couldn't be further from the truth, guys. Just because you're educated. Kevin talked about this a lot. It doesn't make you fun, fit, cooperative, submissive, any of that. Not a good time. Women always wanted lesser. What do they consider lesser? Is lesser in character? Nah, it's not lesser in character. Men go where they can find peace and enjoy the company of a woman. Just because you have this going on, nah. It only works when women are looking up as far as valuing a man and not looking down on a man. So that's why this is Atlanta, a lot of women are alone, man. But let's get on to the next clip, guys. Let's go.
We hear women come up and talk about how successful they are and how intimidated men are, and they never say a word about their character. And I just can't help but think about how turned off women get when men lead with money and lead with accomplishment and end up having nothing but unavailability and coldness and lack of emotional development, because that, unfortunately, is what it takes to succeed in certain career fields. You can look it up. And for some reason, women think that the success that they've amassed has somehow happened without them becoming devoid of a lot of the personality and relationships that men are devoid of. And they flex their accomplishments and money the same way men do. And somehow, we make it different every time. No disrespect to you, but you didn't say about being a good woman. Nothing.
Why
you didn't say no. Fuck all that, bro. Didn't say nothing about.
I can tell you
This is about a larger point. This is not about her as an individual. We don't hear I'm successful, I got my degree, and I've been in therapy the last 3 years working out my issues. I just bought a house, and I also identified my childhood trauma and it took inventory over my baggage, and I got it out the way. Oh, also, I'm loyal. My time management is on point. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm considerate. We never hear any of it. What I hear is when say that y'all act like, when men say that y'all have turned into alphas, what we're talking about is the worst parts of manhood. Y'all have taken it on. Now, the problem with men is that we won't admit that those are the worst parts of us too. But shorty, y'all have taken the worst parts of what it means to be successful, and y'all wear that like a badge. Look at what it's done to us. If you need an example of what it looks like to only live in your accomplishments, look at the black men around you. You in a city full of them. Look at how devoid they are. Look at what it took them to get to where they are. Look at how underdeveloped some of them are emotionally. This is what you want? Is this what we gonna do, to let accomplishments be band-aids for that?
Shout out to that brother there. That was Trip Fontaine. And I have to say, you could see where women like cutting people off. Whenever a man, they just got to get it in, like they let them talk, let them finish. But some people, when it comes to accomplishments, that's all they lead with a lot of times. And you end up in these lackluster, one-sided relationships, and everybody claims to have emotional intelligence. But a lot of people are devoid of that because they never had to work on it. They never had to be empathetic to certain situations. They just had to be hard-nosed, rubber to the pavement, gone, trained to go, TTG, whatever you want to call it. I ain't got time for no foolishness, this, that, and the third. And I'm not compromising on nothing. And you're thinking that that's what a man wants. No, that's what you think a man wants, because as a woman, that's what you like. You want to be competitive, which is what he was getting at. The whole polarity of these relationships. We're losing it. You're losing it. The people who are the happiest, they understand this. They complement each other. They understand it isn't a battle of the sexes. You go into relationships to give, not to compete with each other. And women, what's funny, they're quick to say a man is intimidated. How is a man intimidated? Like, what are we intimidated by? Dudes are still shooting their shots at women. Dudes are still trying to holler at women that have accomplishments. But if that's all you're talking about all day and you're bringing work home and how many degrees, come on, man. And then, as they say, the higher you go up as far as the pay, as far as your salary, right? And you're looking for a man to be equal to that, and a black man at that, baby. Because not all black women are six-figure earners, you know what I'm saying? So you looking at the men as opposed to the women. You just have to be realistic about these things. Be the person, as they say, that you would want to be comfortable with. And you don't have to think in terms of think like a man, think like a woman. Good character is good character. Being genuine, honest, selfless, having integrity, being trustworthy, being a listener, being understanding. All these things. It's not gender specific. These are just qualities just in general. Being cooperative. People act like accomplishments speak for itself, money speaks for itself. I mean, it does within certain situations, but it's not necessarily going to get the person that you want. It attracts the people who want those type of vain things. Guys, I don't know. It's a crazy world out here, man. Let me know what you guys think about these clips. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.